Good afternoon, everyone. I am Daria Rose Binool, and I will discuss what is accounting for disbursements, cash advances, and cash management. Accounting for disbursements. What is disbursement? A disbursement is the payment of money by a government agency to settle a lawful obligation. So here is the process or procedure before payment can be made. First, there must be an appropriation through legislative authorization of budget. The second is an allotment must be released. Budget allocated for its use. And the third step or process, an obligation must exist. A commitment or liability is created. And for the fourth mood, funds must be available. Sufficient money is in the account. And for the fifth mood, supporting documents must be complete or must be presented, such as evidence and documentations that are verifiable or valid. Okay, next is the basic principles of government disbursement. Government disbursement must be legal. Compliant with law and regulations. Second is necessary, essential for public goals and services. The third principle of government disbursement is through unauthorized or through authorization approved by relevant authorities. Okay, for the fourth principle of government disbursement, supported by documents. Evidence or proof that would complete the paperwork. Next principle is it should be properly recorded, accurately or documented in accounts. And for the last principle, auditable. So subject is review and to verify. Okay, next is modes of government disbursement. Government payments must be made through checks, advice to debit account or ADA in a form of cash, or it is through authorized cases only. And the commonly used is through electronic fund transfers. Okay, next is the disbursement process. Need identified through recognizing a requirement for goods or services. Next is procurement. Okay, delivery, receiving the ordered goods or services. Okay, next is inspection. Preparation of disbursement voucher, and then the approval, the payment process, accounting entry, and COA audit. Okay, what is a cash advance? Okay, common uses for official travel, expenses for official travel, payroll. It pertains to the wages and salaries. PT operating expenses, and through special activities, programs or events. A cash advance is money granted to an accountable officer for authorized and accountable officer, and it is for government purposes. Accountability for cash advance. Okay, accountable officers' duties is to spend only approved purposes and to keep official receipts. Okay, the consequence of failure to liquidate administrative liability, civil liability, and criminal liability. So, accountable officer duties is to spend only for approved purposes, keep official receipts, liquidate on time, and to return unused balances. Okay, government cash management. Cash management refers to the planning, monitoring, controlling, and safeguarding of government cash resources to ensure that funds are available whenever needed. Okay, for the objective of government cash management, maintain liquidity, prevent idle cash, ensure timely payments, maximize efficiency, and to protect government funds. Okay, importance of effective cash management, key benefits of government cash control. It prevents delayed salaries. It also ensures uninterrupted government services, improves budget utilization, reduces borrowing needs, and it strengthens public confidence. Educational management application, example, school principal plans. First is through classroom repair, learning resources, teachers training, ICT equipment. Okay, the principal must ensure budget availability, proper procurement, complete documentation, timely payments, and to provide transparent reporting. Okay. Key takeaways, understanding the financial cycle. Okay, appropriation, legislative approval of funds, and through income, meaning generating government revenue and taxes. The third on the financial cycle is allotment, allocating funds to sectors and programs. Fourth is obligation, the legal commitment to future spending. Next cycle is disbursement, making actual payment bills. Okay, fourth is appropriation, making actual payments and to settle the bills or payments. Disbursement, making actual payments and setting bills. Cash management, monitoring cash flows and liquidity. And the last cycle is through accounting and audit, recording transaction and ensuring the compliance. Beyond instruction, educational leaders as financial stewards. So educational leaders are not only instructional leaders, they are also financial managers, planning and handling school budgets, and they also serve as resource stewards by optimizing the use of school resources. They are also decision makers that make strategic financial choices. Accountability officers, ensuring transparency and regularity compliance, better educational services, happy diverse students learning in modern classroom with technology. Good fiscal management leads to better educational services, efficient resource utilization, okay, public trust, integrity, honesty to serve, and institutional sustainability. So fiscal responsibility is not merely about spending money, but it is about safeguarding public trust. Okay, the four pillars of ethical public finance: appropriation, it provides authority through legislative authorization to use funds. Next is income, provide resources, revenue, generation, and funding sources. Next is disbursement, implement programs, delivering community projects and services. Okay, and the fourth pillar of ethical public finance is through cash management to sustain operations, keeping government running, paying salaries, and optimizations. Okay. Thank you po.